Alright, what are you guys doing? How much time have I... You know what, maybe I should... No, I wonder how long this is. David Fry the second morning, you look like you've been up all night. I have been up all night. You look like you've seen some action too. Suppose I could use a shower. Can either of you do a DNA analysis on a blood sample? Doc Castle's equipment isn't really set up for that, he considers for a minute. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode DNA using a voltage charge instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. That's not how technology works, David Fry. That's not how DNA analysis actually works, David Fry. That's not how DNA sequencing actually works. He brightens. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? That's not... I just saw it on TV. I just saw a YouTube video about how to do DNA sequencing. The owner's identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All you can get is the gene code sequence. Oh, thanks, David. But that's where I come in. David, if you can get me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via a matrix run. How? Do people put their DNA on the internet? Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Give Fry the blood sample. SCKC, when David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. If this works, I'll bring back more than just a sample. What? We'll just get to work. Thanks guys, if this works we may find the Emerald City Ripper. We may. No Drac. He turns to Johnny excited. Wake up Johnny boy, you've got work to do. And SCKC, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I've just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, SCKC. I can't use gear though, can I? I don't have, what kind of gear do I need? Hardware or software? Right, like decking 5, I definitely don't have decking anything. Like I don't have any of this tech, right? I don't know. Johnny clean! What? Oh, is he hooked up already? Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper and the Matrix. That's not how technology works, Johnny. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he read about in a science journal, and he was working from memory on a minimal sleep. That's great, Professor. What's the plan? Whatever. Sounds fascinating. If there's time later, maybe you can tell me more about it. Sure. Let me hear more of this jargon that you're using to hide the fact that you're making stuff up. You are making stuff up. Yes, maybe we can sit down with David and he can share his research, but let's stay focused. Here is what I'm thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in it could get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? No experience. I have no experience. I have a what? I have a trode net here? It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me in the Matrix. You see and hear everything I do. So you're gonna do all the hard work. Alright, cheers. Checking in, Johnny Clean. Renraku Craftwork. Programs, Killer, a powerful attack program directed at one target, doing 75 damage. Heals yourself for 40. Reduces alarm state by 4. Increase your chance to hit versus enemy and deckers by 15% for 3 rounds. Creates an attacker expert system program. Alright. Confirm. We're in! Johnny Clean persona. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness into the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. That sounds interesting. Alright, so this is the network alarm, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. That arch will take us to the next node. So there's our programs, there's our there's our abilities, and then there's our ESP. What is that? Oh, that's just Overwatch. The next node. What are those? The data store ahead is defended by intrusion countermeasures. What does that mean? Lone Star data store. White IC. Do I shoot it? 75. 1 turn left, crap. Can I use this? Attacker expert system. Cool. Very cool. Reduces alarm state by 4. Can't use it. Sniffer increases your chance to hit enemy attackers by 15%. Attack program. Alright, bop that guy. Bop that guy. So I can't... oh, line of sight blocked. If I come over here, right? Can I just attack them? Oh, I can. So what's the difference between that and that? Does more damage? So I can just like shoot them with my handballs. That does 50. Oh my god, that's 50 damage. Suppression? So the handballs do 50, the other attack string does 75. The IC is down, let's see if there's a match for the fingerprint, alright. Didn't really mean to do that. Touch this. Hacked DNA database. DNA match located, 100% match, arrest record database. Subject, Silas Forsberg. Status deceased. Profession, chop shop surgical assistant. Priors. Breaking and entering, 2 counts. Public indecency, 1 count. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. Unlicensed plastic surgery. He's deceased. Oh, the ugly elf is not an elf. The ugly elf is not an elf. He's plastic surgery to make him look like an elf. But he's dead. 100% match to a dead man. Let's keep looking. So what a... Oh, we're fighting again. What happens when this... Does it just kick me out? 75% chance, 98% chance. %. What does he say? I didn't see what he said. $55 is not great. Well, I hit him anyway. Alright, great. Newsnet archive. Hacked news article. 1. Return on subject. Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to the reporter's body, a mass of puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. What if that wasn't his body? The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in the sprawl. So, he killed his psychiatrist, changed faces with him? Right? Because we have his DNA. Yeah, so he killed his psychiatrist, changed faces with him. The dead person is his psychiatrist. Who is this? Now that's something we might go on. Let's regroup in meat space for a bit. Check out of the land. No, I'm not done yet. There's still the other room. And I need to like... lower the alert level. I want to see what's in this room. So one turn, right? So let me like move here and then like end the turn and then like do this. What's in here? Autopsy records. Yeah, we're not done. Oh, why are they? Okay, I see. $87, $99. Right, lap that guy, lap that guy. And then we check out the autopsy records. Autopsy records. Subject: Silas Forsberg. Notes: Subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Huh. The face was mutilated. Had to check dental records. Now that's weird. Because the dental records, how would you replace all your teeth? That wouldn't work, right? Your dental records would be the original guy. Wait a minute, that doesn't... How would you fake your dental records? You would have to change the records. You couldn't change your teeth, I don't think. Unless you can change your teeth. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. This just keeps getting weirder. Yeah, you're telling me. Alright, so we've looked everywhere, right? We don't need to go anywhere else. Does that? No, we have to walk back out. How do I end this program? How do I end the program? I mean, you can't leave with me, right? So here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy you've met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to his psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck in to the medical board's records and reverse trace to find the doctor you in. Alright, punch-in man. Here we go again. Johnny Clean's persona. Do we really need the fighting guy? Oh, maybe we do. Let me just get a buddy here. And then let me just blast this guy real quick. 75. So this also has a blast? Well, what's a tar bomb? Hold on, what's a tar bomb? AP1 cooldown damage. Area effect matrix that deals 75 damage to IC and deckers. Roots them in place for 1 round. That sounds awesome. Damn. Oh, can you not suck? I mean, I might as well move the attack guy forward, right? Start fighting people. Alright, Clean, you're gonna access the medical records. Searching medical records, Sailors Forsberg. Medical records located for Sailors Forsberg located 2020 to 2030. Pediatric record partial. One particular pediatrician's entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from a chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the aberrant physiology we're seeing, there's no telling what sort of brain function are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that seemed to have no effect, upping the dosage. Physical abnormalities. But this is like pretty early on. This is 2020. 2030. Data missing or corrupted. Contact your administrator for help. Alright. 30 to 40. Data missing or corrupted. Man, that's like... Alright, 10 years. And then present. The file is quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is most significant. It is written by Dr. Henry Holmes. You spent an hour in here looking through the whole thing? Silas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Oh, he's violent? Latest medications have proven especially effective, but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly an unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicked speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason and for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at his next session. So they're both elves. And he began mimicking his doctor. Right. Leave medical database. But the corpse had his dental records. Got a name now, Dr. Holmes. Let's keep going and find out where he works.